Good morning students, welcome to our Sheba Group of School online class. Today we are going to learn about Unit 3 Polymer Chemistry. In Polymer Chemistry there are a few topics we are going to discuss in this class. What is Polymer Chemistry and its type, and fibrous and plastic. These are the three topics. Okay students, let's see some introduction about Polymer Chemistry. Polymer chemistry has a positive impact on our daily life. So, many of the material you used are linked to polymer chemistry only. Okay. When you get ready for school, you wear cloth, shoes, brush your teeth and take school bags. Did you ever ask yourself what these items are made of? These are created from fibers. So, fibers are made up of long chain, natural or synthetic polymers. That means there is two types. One is natural and another one is synthetic polymers. As a society, we are consuming more and more. The more things we buy, the more things we throw away. So, 30 years ago, most of the waste in Tamil Nadu was biodegradable or easily recyclable. Today, it is more complex. Many of the material we used are non-biodegradable and difficult to recycle also. For example, in the past, people used many natural materials such as cotton, silk and jute fibers. Today, we use lots of synthetic material such as plastic and lots of synthetic material. In this lesson, you will learn about polymer, different types of fibers, plastic and the waste, how we produce and how we should manage it. What are polymer chemistry? The word polymer is of from Greek origin. So, poly means many and mer means basic of smaller unit. So, poly means many and mer means smaller unit. So, polymers are very long chains made up of repeating smaller molecule called monomers that are joined together by covalent bonds, and the process is called polymerization. I already told you that there is a monomers to polymers. So, polyvinyl chloride PVC is a common plastic used for water pipes. So, the monomers and polymers of PVC is monomers to adding both two monomers. Okay, monomers and adding another one monomers, it gives polymer. Natural polymers. Natural polymers are found in living systems that include protein and carbon dioxide, and also it includes carbohydroxide in our bodies and cellulose in wood and paper. They play a very important role in living things to provide structural materials and molecules needed for the life process. So, protein polymers are made from amino acid monomers. There is 20 different kinds of amino acid. Different combination of the amino acid monomers create many different protein polymers. Okay, in the amino acid there is many different protein polymers. For an example, protein polymers includes DNAs, enzymes, silk, skin, hair, fingernails, feathers and fur. For example of carbohydrates are includes cellulose, chitin and lignin found in plants. Cellulose is made of sugar molecules and is the main component of cotton used in the clothing. So, chitin is found in the cell wall of fungi, such as what are the fungi are there? Mushroom and exoskeleton of insects such as crabs and spiders. Lignin consists of a network of polymers and is important in giving structure to plants. Next one is synthetic polymers. Synthetic polymers are man-made polymers produced by using raw material from petroleum oil and gas. Plastics are synthetic polymers. When oil and gases are produced to make petrol, and ethylene and propylene monomers are removed as byproduct. We have already seen that polymers like such as polyvinyl chloride, that is already I told you PVC, is made up of many monomers joined together. Ethylene and propylene are the building block monomers that makes up very different types of plastic. These are the two to make up many different kinds of plastic. And then based on the nature of monomers, the way they are arranged in polymers and the characteristics of final polymer, they are grouped into different categories, such as what are the categories are fibers, plastic and proteins. Let us study about these three. Let's move into the next topic, that is fibers. We wear cloth, use bags, robes, blankets, etc. in our daily life. They are made of fibers. Once upon a time, people used natural fibers such as like cotton and wool. Nowadays, we use lots of synthetic fibers. All nature and synthetic fibers are polymers only. These are the natural fibers from the cotton and wool. Natural fiber and synthetic fibers. Fibers are long strands of polymers interwoven to form a linear string-like structure. Fiber that are obtained from plant or animal. That source is called as natural fibers. That is, we can get a fiber from the nature, plants or animal. That is a natural fiber. Example, cotton, coconut fibers, hair, wool and silk. Fibers that are made using raw material from petroleum or synthetic fibers. Examples are include polyester, acrylic and nylon. Historically, humans used natural plant fibers and animal fur for shelter, clothing and protection from the weather. Today, a large varieties of natural fibers are still grown and processed, such as cotton, silk and wool. Natural fibers can be spun into filament, thread or rope. Then they can be woven, kindled, mantled or bonded or used to make clothing, container, insulation, material land and many other products we used in our daily life. Three main sources of natural fibers is animal. From animal we get wool and silk. The discovery of making synthetic fibers out of petrochemicals has replaced the use of many natural fibers. Synthetic fibers such as nylon, polyester and acrylic are used to make many different plastic items you use in your daily life, such as clothing, blanket, toothbrush and stuffing in cushion. These are using in daily life. Let's move into the last topic, that is plastic. Just ask yourself, what is the first plastic thing you touched today? Maybe it was your alarm clock, or the filling in your pillow, or the synthetic cloth that you were wearing. Almost everything around you today is plastic only. So, you have seen water and oil in polythene pouches. Right, in the past, people used to bring milk, oil and other liquid from shop in vessels made of material such as metal and glasses only. Think about what the container, buckets, mug and chairs and also the table used in the past were made of. What do we use today to make many of this product? Just think of it. Plastic as a material has taken over and replaced metal and wood which were previously used. So, plastic have also replaced many glass items. If we continue to write the list of everyday items that are made of plastics only, it will be endless. Why plastic so popular? What are the different used of plastic? What are the various type of plastic? Do you know about this all question? Plastic have helped us to make advancement in technology. Building, healthcare, transport and food safety, plastics have completely occupied our life because of the characteristic qualities. Plastic have many positive qualities such as lightweight, strong and they can be molded into complex shapes. They are also flexible and waterproof, and some plastic are even UV resistant. Plastics are also cheap and convenient for us to use. Now that we have discovered why plastics are so popular, let us find about this. What are the uses of plastic? There are different types of plastic that are excellent material when they are used for the right application. For example, let us take the syringe that is made from a type of plastic called polypropylene. These syringes do not have to be sterile and reused. Hence, they provide a high standard of hygiene and eliminate the risk of spreading disease. Next one is a various method of disposing plastic. Plastic are everywhere. Our increasing consumption and production of plastic waste need as solution. Let us find out more about how and where plastic waste is disposed of and the better method of disposing plastic. Organic waste such as the peels of vegetables, fruits and food remains can get broken down by bacteria in the soil to create a rich source of nutrition in the form of compost. A material that gets decomposed through natural process and action by bacteria is called biodegradable. Plastic do not decompose by natural process and action of bacteria and are therefore not biodegradable. It is important for us to spread our biodegradable and non-biodegradable waste and dispose of them separately. A lot of the plastic produced globally is designed to be used only once and throw away, creating a large amount of plastic waste. Plastic waste ends up being recycled, incinerated, landfilled, dumped or end up littering our environment. It is estimated that from all the plastic waste ever produced, 79% is in landfills. Dumps are in the environment, 12% has been incinerated and only a small 9% is recycled. Let us learn more about what happened with the plastic waste. So, in the plastic waste, one way to look at the plastic disposal in the 5R principle, that is refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. These are the 5 principles. What are they? Refuse, reduce, reuse, recycle and recover. We have already learned about the waste pyramid and how the different method of waste disposal can be seen in terms of the best option to the least favorable. Refuse means avoid, reduce, reuse, recycle, recover. These means compost and landfills. Okay students, in this lesson we learned about what is polymer chemistry and its type and what is fiber and its type, and also we saw about the plastic and various type of disposal. I hope that you all are understand today video class. See you in the next class. Thank you.